Welcome to Layton High School, where the Layton Lancers will host their longtime rivals, the Northridge Knights, a crosstown rivalry that continues. Even though these teams are no longer in the same region, they found a way to play in the non-region schedule. I'm joined by former Utah tight end Wesley Tonga. Wesley, making your broadcasting debut. Thanks for coming and joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. It's a good atmosphere out here.
It really is. And you played Texas high school football, correct?
I did.
So you know the big time when it comes to high school football.
A little bit.
Utah's not quite there, but you'll find tonight that this is going to be a lot of fun. We're about to kick off here between Layton and Northridge. And here we go, the latest edition in this crosstown rivalry.
Oh.
And right off the bat, we got a fumble. But that fumble has been recovered.
Yikes. If you're the opposing team, you don't want to start the game off like that.
That really is not, Wesley, a good way to start the game. But he recovered it, so they get a new life there. That would not be a very good position there to give the other team the ball on the 25-yard line. Well, Drew Perkins is the quarterback for Northridge. He's off to a great start so far this year. 717 yards passing in two games. He's also ran the ball very well. He's got 3 touchdowns and over 200 yards rushing. And there he goes.
Looking good.
Northridge is going to run that spread offense, and he's very good at it. This is his first year starting. He was a receiver on last year's team. But, as you watch, you look at him, Wesley, and he's got some good size.
He does. He has some good size. I had a chance to chop up the coaches before the game here, and they mentioned his size and athleticism as something that's going to be really important in this game.
There he goes again. Perkins in the shotgun. Oh. And number 3 there almost brought the pain for Layton. Keone Larson, who's also the starting running back, who had 3 touchdowns in week 1. Larson, a senior, 200 pounds, linebacker and running back. And I'm sure that receiver felt his steps coming there, and that had to do a little bit with the incomplete pass. Perkins again in shotgun. Running that spread offense. Attack for Northridge, and he's going to go down.
Oh.
Big number 54 for Layton. The sack. He's not listed on the roster, but that was a heck of a play. We have no idea who made that play, but he is a big boy, and he took down the quarterback. And it's 3 and out for Northridge.
It's exactly what you want to start the game. See if Layton can hold on to that momentum.
Well, the punt is off, and back to return that kick is number 22, Jaron Clayton, a senior wide receiver and free safety. He's got some room, Wesley.
Oh.
Did not quite break that tackle made by number 22, Ahmad McDaniel. So McDaniel saves potentially a touchdown return there on the punt. But great field position now for Layton.
And you know what I like to see about that in that play? He got north and south real quick. You don't often see that in the high school game. You want to see guys get north and south, but they don't have a tendency to do so.
They hesitate and they dance a little bit.
A little bit.
The quickest way from point A to point B is a straight line, right? So quickly, Layton going to their playmaker, Julian Blackman. The Utah commit. At quarterback for Layton is Taylor Katoa, a 215-pound junior. Also plays defensive end. Even though these schools are 5A, Wesley, they got to play both ways, some of these kids. They don't have the depth that a Bingham or a Brighton has.
Right.
So Katoa with the option pitch. Big fullback, number 39, Hayden Barton. Barton picks up a few yards, about 5.
You know, in the high school game, I actually like them going both ways.
Do you?
They learn a lot more. You get a lot better feel for the game. You see a lot of playmakers come out that have played both ways.
I played both ways in high school, free safety, quarterback. It's exhausting,
but
you're always involved in the game. Mentally, you're involved in every play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there is an advantage that way. Katoa in shotgun. He's passing. And he completes to his fullback again, but it's not enough for the first down. Barton picks up about 2 or 3 yards, but that's going to create a 4th down and 2 or 3 yard situation. May even be longer than that based on the spot. It's 4th down and 4, but Wesley, you're in a situation where it's too long for a field goal, but you're on the other side of the field. You're going for it here.
Absolutely. And if I'm a coach, I have a play ready that I'm going to right now that my team is comfortable with, that I'm comfortable with calling for them.
This is the play.
Yep, it looks like it's happened. Yep, you go to the guy that gives you your money. Yep.
And that guy is Julian Blackman, and he picks up the first down.
That's a good play. Just a hitch on the outside. Play that's easy to call because you know your receiver and your quarterback are on the same page.
And you go to the player that is the best guy on the field, the guy you trust, and he made a play for him.
Absolutely.
Blackman committed recently to the University of Utah, will likely play defensive back, cornerback at Utah. Right now he's a star both ways for Layton, and he made that play there to keep this drive alive and give the Lancers a first down. Now on the Northridge 30, Katoa. Positive yardage for the Lancers. That's Jaron Clayton.
That's just taking advantage of the defense. Playing about 10 yards off. You throw a nice little hitch out there. Get a good first down. Keep the offense rolling.
So after a 4th down conversion, they quickly pick up another first down. Now on the 12-yard line of Northridge, Layton is threatening to score now in the red zone. And that is Keone Larson carrying the ball, his first carry. Now this is where things tighten up, Wesley. You're in the red zone. The field gets shorter and shorter.
Yeah,
your play
it's a
calls
strength
get
and
shorter. Your list too.
Definitely. But again, you know, it's all up to the coaches having those plays to go to when they're in that situation. It's all about being prepared. So we'll see if they can punch it in or get it in there.
2nd down and 3 yards to go. Try to run the ball again. This time, Northridge defense steps up and stuffs the run at the line of scrimmage. Like I said, things tightening up.
A lot less room to defend.
Yes. Now they're facing a 3rd down and 3. They even backed it up a couple yards there. It looks like we're down 3rd down and 4. They may have lost a yard on that play. So what do you do now, Wesley? 3rd and 4 at the 6-yard line. You can get a first down.
You know, they got some space. They got a big receiver out there. And I like the matchup, so I go back to what works.
What works is Katoa rolling
like
right. He's going to keep it, and he's going to come up short. But again, this may be a situation where they go at, you know, I don't know how their kicker is, but this is a situation where you may just look to take advantage of this situation and go for it. We'll see what the call is. Katoa's still in the game. They're bringing in the fullback.
Yep.
Looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to go for it here. They're going to go for the touchdown or that first down. They're only 2 yards away. It's 4th down and 2, and now we've got a timeout. So they're going to talk this over now. Probably a wise move.
Definitely.
Big decision there early in the game, Wesley, where you've got some momentum. You want to jump on your rival. You're 4 yards away from the end zone. What does it tell you that they're thinking about rolling the dice here? That's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive, and it shows me a lack of faith in their kick game.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
So,
which is not rare in high school.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it may show some confidence as well in their quarterback.
Yeah,
and
that's also true.
When you got Blackman, you can go throw the ball to in the back of the end zone, and he can make that play. You're more willing to roll the dice in a situation like this. But a huge situation here for both teams.
Definitely.
Northridge can steal momentum back with a stop here. Layton could really give themselves a boost here with an early score and get Northridge on their heels. So here we go. Katoa in shotgun. They run that pistol formation. Behind him is Keone Larson. Blackman is split to the right, so keep your eye on Blackman here. And we got another stop and play. And Northridge is going to take a timeout. So you get a chance to see what Layton brings out offensively, and now you can go back and see what you want to do here. It is early in the game, but this does seem like a crucial situation for both teams.
It seems like it's much later in the game than it actually is.
Yeah, it does. But this is a rivalry game, and there's a lot at stake for both of these teams, even though they're no longer in the same region. They want this one pretty bad. Layton has lost 6 straight in this rivalry. You got to go back to the days when your former teammate Carl the Truth Williams carried the ball here for the Layton Lancers. He's a legend here.
As well he should be.
Yes.
It's a good man, Carl Williams.
That was the last time that Layton beat Northridge.
Wow. That's 2 kids ago for him.
Yes, it is. I wonder if Carl's here.
Maybe.
Maybe he is. Carl, a great story, walk-on at the University of Utah for 3 years before earning a scholarship and played a key role on that team a few years ago. 2 years ago. There we go. It's a hand. No, it's Katoa's going to keep it, and he's going to score. He walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Taylor Katoa scores, and Layton takes the lead. What do you think of that play call, Wesley?
Well, it scored, so I like it. That's one of those plays that
is spot-on analysis.
If it works, it's a great call. It's gutsy. And if it doesn't, then it's bad.
It was a great read by Katoa to pull and keep the ball himself. He had an easy lane into the end zone.
I like the motion. I like the misdirection with their big receiver, Julian Blackman, coming across the formation.
And the extra point is good, and the Layton Lancers have taken a 7-0 lead in this rivalry game. We're going to take a break. You're watching Game Night Live on live.ksl.com. Welcome back to Layton. The Lancers lead Northridge 7-0. Northridge will try to counter now. And that's Ethan Udy on the return. And great special teams play by the Lancers. And Northridge is going to have to start this drive at their own 11-yard line.
And that was one of those times you see him go east and west again.
Yeah.
You got to get up the field.
That takes courage, though.
It does. It takes a lot of faith in the guys in front of you.
As you know, someone that's played special teams at the Pac-12 college level, you don't understand how intense that is and how scary that is when you're out there running full speed at each other. It takes a lot of courage, but you're right. That is the key to getting yards on special teams. You got to run right straight ahead.
Fighting for yards, I like it.
Run to the danger, as they say.
Yep.
Positive yardage there for the Knights.
It's like second down and about 5.
Perkins will try to get this offense rolling on this drive. A 3-and-out last time for Northridge. This will make it a lot easier after picking up 5 yards on that first down. Perkins will keep it. Picks up a couple yards before he's taken down at the 20-yard line. So he'll have 1 yard left to go to pick up that first down. Northridge off to a 2-0 start this season. They survived a thriller against Bonneville last week. A wild ending to that game.
It's a big down right here.
Ooh. And that's not going to help your cause. Mental mistakes, Wesley, early
It's not
in this
what
game.
you want to see.
That's going to cost Northridge, move them 5 back. So instead of a 3rd and 1 situation, which is very manageable, you're looking at 3rd and 6.
Yep.
And the offensive coordinator right now shaking his head because he's got to come up with a much different play with a higher degree of difficulty of converting this. Perkins in shotgun motion. He's rolling to his left actually, and he's throwing the ball.
Oh!
Catch.
What a catch.
What a catch. Kaiser Armendariz is into the end zone for a touchdown. 80-yard touchdown pass. Perkins to Armendariz. And just like that, Northridge is right back in this one. What a play.
That's huge. That's a great way to swing momentum.
Yes, it is.
3rd and short to 3rd and long. You bomb it 80 yards down the field. That's a great play.
Reaches up with one hand,
One-handed
tips
grab.
the ball up, and then catches it, and then he fights off the defender to get across the goal line and into the end zone. And Northridge is in position now to tie up this rivalry game at 7. Cooper Farnsworth will attempt the extra point. The hold is down, and it hits the upright and in. A lot more drama than they wanted on an extra point, but it counts the same.
Should be an extra point.
I think they should give him one more point for degree of difficulty. But that is not in the rules. So it is 7-7. Northridge and Layton all tied up at 7 now. We'll keep it right here as Northridge prepares to kick off. Wesley, your thoughts so far in this game?
I like it. Yeah.
Fun,
a lot of exciting
entertaining
plays.
game.
A lot of fire out there. A lot of fire in the crowd. That's what you like to see when you come to high school football games, that's for sure.
And a big-time play right there. Left, actually. Terrific catch and run.
Definitely. They're going to need some big plays on defense. I think whoever has the most big plays on defense is going to come out on top on this game.
And he's throwing the ball.
Looks like the offenses are
Oh!
more or less moved down the field.
What a catch.
But you got to minimize the big plays. Whoever can do that better.
And adjustments
upper
need to be
hand.
made now.
Definitely.
And Northridge did a great job right there with their play calling. Kind of sucked Layton in. And that over-the-top play was wide open for them. So Farnsworth will kick off for Northridge. Blackman back to receive for the Lancers. And this ball's going to go into the end zone. There will be no return, so the Lancers will start this drive on their own 20-yard line. We'll see how they respond now. We've had a momentum shift here.
Have a little bit of a shift, but you got to weather the storms during the game. It's a natural rise and fall to every football game, and you got to weather it.
Katoa will lead this team out for this next drive. Katoa quarterback, Keone Larson behind him in the pistol formation. Katoa's going to pass and get the ball in the hands of his playmaker, Julian Blackman, and he makes a play. He's gone. They're not going to catch him.
Nope. He's out of there.
Julian Blackman has an 80-yard touchdown.
Well, I guess that shows you how they were going to answer that.
There you go. And what do you do?
Back-to-back 80-yard plays.
You go to your playmaker.
And that's what you do. And that's a great adjustment by Layton, because you see their coverage is playing 10 yards off the ball. You throw a quick screen to him and let your playmakers play. And that's what he does.
Boy, they're going to like him up at the University of Utah.
I believe that.
So 2 offensive plays, 2 80-yard touchdown passes. One over the top, one on a little bubble screen. That extra point is good. And the Layton Lancers take a 14-7 lead over Northridge. Wow, this game is not disappointed so far.
Looking at a shootout.
Definitely a shootout, and that is more than okay. What a thriller so far between Layton and Northridge. We'll take a short break. You're watching Game Night Live on live.ksl.com. Welcome back to Layton. That's not going to be returned because it's kicked out of bounds, and that's a penalty. Not a good kickoff. You were right. Special teams might be an issue tonight for both teams. That's going to make things a little easier for Northridge to start this next drive as they try to bounce back after giving up an 80-yard play on defense. You're right, Wesley. We got to see a defense on either side here step up, and that may be the difference in this game because the offenses are playing terrific. They're moving the ball at will. Somebody's got to get a stop in this one.
Absolutely. You got to have the stops. You got to play all three phases of the ball. Special teams coming out kind of lackluster in both sides. Offense is clicking on both sides. So you got to pick. But you need to win 2 out of the 3.
Let's see what the Layton Lancers defense can do here as the Northridge Knights get the ball at their own 35-yard line. We've got 4:47 left in the first quarter. Again, Layton leads 14-7. Both teams have 80-yard touchdown passes. On Layton's first drive, Katoa, the quarterback, ran in from about 5 yards out to open the scoring. So Northridge will try to match now as Drew Perkins leads their offense onto the field. He's in shotgun. The read option.
See, that's a great play by the defensive end. He stayed home. He didn't bite on the fake. He didn't go too far up the field. He played the line of scrimmage like he was supposed to. And those are the types of plays that they're going to need throughout the game in order for them to win.
Discipline. You know, you always see coaches talking about do your job.
Definitely.
One individual doing what he's assigned to do, not trying to do too much.
Absolutely. He did his 1/11th on that play, and fortunately for him, it shined.
Perkins again in shotgun. Rolling out to pass this time. And he's got his man, and it's caught at the 50-yard line. So that'll move the chains. 4:13 left
Ethan Udi with a grab.
in the first quarter.
You got to string those good plays together if you're on defense, though.
Perkins will pass again.
Off the edge.
And he's going to keep it. But the Layton defense stays home, and they're there to make the stop. There's no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Northridge offense.
Got some substitutions coming in.
Katoa coming in defensive end. The quarterback is now going to rush the other quarterback.
He hands it off, shakes off the first tackler.
That is Cyrus Daniels, and he's got himself a nice gain on 2nd down to make this 3rd down a lot easier for the Knights. Cyrus Daniels, new to Utah, just moved in, found a place on this football team and in that backfield, helping them win football games.
Here they're expecting big things out of him this year. An injury on the field.
Can't tell what it is. It looked like it happened after the play. Is he holding his arm? I can't tell from here exactly what.
Looks like he's holding his arm or his
Yeah.
shoulder.
Hopefully he's okay. Doesn't look too serious. That's the fullback, number 39, Hayden Barton, senior. Keep an eye on him to see if he can return or if this may knock him out of the game. We're not sure. Another one of those guys that has to play both ways. And sometimes when you play both ways, it increases your chances of getting nicked up.
That's a problem.
3rd down and 5 for the Knights. 3:11 and counting in the first quarter. Perkins. Now he's going to scramble, and he's not going to make it. That Lancer defense comes up and gets the stop right at the original line of scrimmage.
That's big for him. You got to string those good plays together. You got to bend but not break.
You figured this was 2-down territory for Northridge. They're certainly going to go for it here. What would you do here, 4th and 5 at the 45-yard line?
4th and 5. I would punt. But
maybe they will here. Maybe Perkins does end up punting this. We'll have to see. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Yep. Wise choice. Can he pin it inside the 10? No. It goes into the end zone for the touchback. So the Layton Lancers, finally we talked about the defense getting a stop. Layton gets one, and they'll get the ball back here at their own 20-yard line when we come back as Game Night Live continues after this. So Layton begins this drive on their own 20-yard line as their defense gets a stop. Now this would be huge, Wesley, if Layton's going to drive down the field here and take a 2-score lead.
See? You got to make adjustments.
Yeah. Way too much room for the Layton receivers to make plays.
If you're Northridge, you see that that's not working.
Yeah. That was Coy Cannon on the reception. Picks up 10 and a first down. Almost 11 yards on the gain. So Layton now has momentum. Katoa's got a rhythm with his receivers, and they're moving the ball pretty easily right now. So Katoa in shotgun. He's going to hand off to Larson. And Keone Larson picks up a few, about 5 on the carry. As we are now under 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. Layton with a 14-7 lead.
Bring the blitz, but still no adjustment on the outside.
And Layton takes advantage of that. Jaron Clayton with the big pickup. He's a gain of 20 yards on the play. And the Lancers are in Knights territory once again. Still, Wesley, they're way off. They're 10 yards off of the receivers. You're 10 yards off of Blackman. I know showing a lot of respect to him, but Katoa is going to go down. Northridge makes a big play defensively. Brogan Pohl with the sack.
Good call by the defense.
They brought the heat there, and it paid off.
Good call, bringing the blitz from the short side of the field. But still, you got to come up on those receivers. He was still open.
Yeah, just didn't have enough time to get the ball off.
Luckily enough,
and maybe that's what Northridge is going to have to do here. Maybe they're going to have to bring more pressure. Toa rolls to his right, and he's in trouble. Pull again in there. That was a dangerous throw. Fortunately for Layton, it is incomplete and not intercepted.
That brings up third down. And half a mile.
This is not going to be easy to convert. Third
Especially
and
with them
18.
playing 15 yards off the ball.
Yeah. Now this is where you can play 15 yards back.
This is where you can afford to do it.
See what Layton can do here in a tough situation. 3rd and 18. A once promising drive is now in trouble. That Northridge defense starting to bring the heat. And we got a penalty.
Oh, that's a free play.
Katoa's going to keep it. We'll see what the call is here. Looks like they're waving off the flag. It is 4th down. Fourth down and 7 yards to go. And I believe the quarter is over. So at the end of the first quarter, the Layton Lancers lead the Northridge Knights 14-7 in this crosstown rivalry. You're watching us live on KSL.com. This is Game Night Live. Welcome back to Game Night Live at Layton High School, where the Layton Lancers are hosting their crosstown rival, the Northridge Knights. Layton leads 14-7. I'm Jeremiah Jensen from KSL Sports. I'm sitting next to Wesley Tonga, former Utah tight end, making his broadcasting debut.
And what better place?
than Layton,
It's
Utah.
a great atmosphere out here.
It
It's
is.
a rivalry game. This is what you like to see. This is what you think of when you think of high school football.
The quarter will begin with a Layton punt. Ooh.
Short snap, but he gets it off, and it rolls.
I'll give the punter credit there. That snap was short, and he was able to get it off and avoid what would have been a very messy situation. If Northridge gets the ball there at the 50-yard line, much different
Definitely.
situation. You think the punt returner should have fielded that ball a little? I mean, it's a tough one because it's kind of a knuckleball. You're kind of afraid to go after it.
Yeah, I'm leaving it alone.
But yeah. But now Northridge has got to start at their 7-yard line. So we'll see what Northridge can do here. So we mentioned the defense stepping up. Both defenses have stepped up now. Things tightening up a little bit on both sides. Things are not as easy as they were early in the first quarter.
That's good. It makes for a good battle. Makes for a good game. Coming out in a 3-receiver set. 3 wides to the field.
Northridge comes out with trips right. Perkins, though, will hand it off. And there's nothing going there. McDaniel's going nowhere.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Two receivers left, 2 receivers right for Perkins. And we got some movement. We'll see who got caught. that's offsides on Layton. Wow. That's going to move the chains.
That's not what you want.
So costly mistake by the Layton defense gives Northridge a first down. They're now on their own 18-yard line. Perkins looking deep. It's not there, and he's going to go down.
That's number 10.
That is the quarterback making plays on defense. Taylor Katoa, quarterback on quarterback crime.
And that's where you see the value in playing both sides of the ball. He obviously knows how to rush, makes him better at escaping the rush on the offensive side of the ball. So there's a value into it. But ask me again in the fourth quarter.
There you go. When he's dead tired. Perkins to his left. He's got a man who is out of bounds for next to no gain. So no positive yardage there for Northridge. They're now looking at a 3rd down and 15. So in the last 2 defensive series for both teams, a sack completely changed the drive for both teams.
Yep.
Big plays.
Spread it out, see what they do with it.
Nothing going there. He's got nowhere to go.
Oh.
Some contact there in the defensive backfield. You could make an argument for offensive pass interference there, but the official rules that ball was not catchable. So Layton fans wanted a flag, I think, on the offensive player, but they're not going to get it. So Northridge will now punt. Layton holds. And we had such an exciting first quarter. Now we're seeing the defense step up.
Number 22 back to return the punt, Jaron Clayton. 175-pound athlete.
You want to call him a receiver or DB, but they play both ways.
Yeah,
so you got to call him an athlete, I guess. He's going to let that bounce. And it takes a Northridge bounce up to midfield, about just shy of the 50-yard line. So
it's a good decision.
It is. Layton will start this drive on the Northridge side of the field by about 3-4 inches. So they benefit from some pretty good field position here.
See if they can capitalize on this. I'm anxious to see if Northridge has made the adjustment.
Playing tighter on the outside with the receivers. They're still a ways off. Going to Clayton again.
Looks like they did not make the adjustment.
I'm sure their coaches are up here in the box. I'm going to go upstairs and have a talk with them.
Excuse me, sir.
It's like, hey, you know who I am? I got a tip. No, they obviously, that must be their game plan. They obviously have their reasons. Yeah, and I think they have a lot of respect for their guys on the outside.
Definitely. And it's understandable. You want to make them beat you, not give them anything over the top. Make them earn everything. But to this point, they are.
Keone Larson takes the handoff up the middle. And he may have himself a first down. If not, he's very close. They're going to mark him just short of that first down marker. So Larson picks up 4 on the carry.
Got a player that lost a shoe. Don't know if he. Oh, no, that's. No, he has both shoes on. I thought he had a sock on.
I think he did. I think it did pop off his foot, though. Clayton lost his shoe for a moment there. Quickly put it back on, I guess. Katoa, he keeps it. What a play. And he's going to get the first down and more. And he's got a lot of room to run.
Ooh, that's a great play.
Woo. Taylor Katoa, first of all, the read to pull the ball when he wouldn't have got a first down, then to make the move to get more yards. What a play by Taylor Katoa.
And it's good. I like the call. You let your players play. Let him go out there and be an athlete and do what he's been doing since he picked up a football.
Well, he's clearly an athlete. That kid looks really good. He's just a junior. Off to a great start tonight. He's got these Lancers in the red zone once again. Maybe they call it the blue zone here in Layton. Katoa. He's going to pass. He's going to his top receiver, Blackman. Did he get it in? No, he's out of bounds. Made the catch, but could not get his foot down. Boy, even when he can't get the foot down, you're still like, wow, that kid can make plays. That's a great catch.
Takes concentration.
Julian Blackman, one of the best high school football players in the state of Utah, also one of the best basketball players in the state of Utah. Blackman was the starting point guard on the Layton Lancers 2015 5A state champion basketball team. Terrific athlete.
And it shows. He's playing both sides of the ball for him.
Just barely came out and got a rest. He'll be back out there again shortly.
Oh.
And now we have a fumble by Katoa.
Can't have mistakes like that.
That hurts. You got a great drive. You just made a big play. Now you got this setback, and it completely changes what you're trying to do here. Now 3rd and 10. Actually, it's going to be farther than that. It's going to be 3rd and about 16. 15, they say on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but if the game keeps going like it's been, they have 2 downs to get there.
That's a good point. We'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Katoa back to pass.
Good block in the backfield.
He's got plenty of time. He throws a strike, and he's got his man.
Block.
And I think that's enough for a first down. Coy Cannon makes a great catch.
Yeah, that's a great job. Great job by Keone Larson, too, picking up that blitz.
The blocking was there. He had all day to make that completion. And you give a quarterback like that enough time to make a play, and he'll make one. And that's exactly what happened there. So it's 1st and 5. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Lancers threatening to take a 2-score lead. Katoa keeps it, the pitch, and Larson is in for the touchdown. Keone Larson. And the Layton Lancers sideline is celebrating. They now have a 20-7 lead with 6:34 left here in the 2nd quarter. That's exactly how you want to run the option. That was perfect.
Absolutely. Pulled it. Looked off the read key. Got it out there to his playmaker, and he walks in the end zone.
Made it look easy. Terrific execution by Layton. Gives them a 2-score lead. We'll see if they can execute this extra point. Max Garrett, the kicker.
Oh.
And that hits the upright, and unfortunately for him, it did not bounce in this time. No good. So the score is 20-7 Layton. The Lancers with a 13-point lead with 6:34 left here in the 2nd quarter. We'll keep it right here as the Lancers prepare to kick off. What'd you think of that drive, Wesley?
That's a great drive. That's what you want to see on every offensive drive. You saw variety. Saw him getting down the field. You saw big plays, big blocks, big catches, and execution. That's all it is. I mean, I think a lot of times you have it's misconstrued when you say a team is talented. That means nothing. It's all about the execution. It's not the better team that always wins. Not the more talented team. It's the people that score more points. In order to score points, you got to execute, and that's what they did on that drive.
They did execute well. The key play on that drive, though, was made by athleticism. The run by Katoa.
Absolutely.
And then also the pass on 3rd and 15.
Definitely.
Those are some big-time plays by a great athlete.
That sort of athleticism gives you a cushion.
Yeah.
You can make a lot more mistakes when you know that you can cover for yourself.
And he did bounce back from that fumble. You know, mentally, sometimes you make that kind of mistake. You're like, oh, man. He bounced right back from it, threw a strike in a really tough situation, 3rd and 15.
Definitely. And I think that, that goes along with playing both sides of the ball as well. You build smarter players. You build guys that are into the game, that know they have to bounce back quickly and are allowed to do that in a different capacity than they do always. If you go out there and make a play on the other side of the ball and get the ball back,
builds a lot of confidence.
All right, so Perkins in a tough spot here with this Northridge offense. They got a 13-point deficit they got to try to erase. They're going to go to the ground game. Cyrus Daniels on the carry. He's got a short gain. About 3 or 4 yards. 3 yards they're going to give him. So it's 2nd and 7 for Northridge. Another handoff. Daniels again. Escapes the tackle, but he's running out of room.
Oh.
And he got hit pretty hard.
Taylor Katoa in the backfield.
Yeah, and Julian Blackman there too, and he's letting him know about it. A little bit of talk going on there on the sideline. There's going to be a lot of that in this game. But
That's Coy Cannon was in the backfield.
Gotcha. There's going to be an intense atmosphere out there on the field, but a lot of these guys, they're friends. They know each other. They play junior jazz basketball together. This community's tight. Perkins has got some time. He's got a man, and he's got a catch.
Great catch. Great concentration. That's a great ball, too. Oh,
Dallas
but we got a flag on the
Lobato
play.
made the reception, but is it going to count? This could be coming back. When you have that much time to throw the football, you wonder if this is a holding penalty.
It looks like it's coming back.
Tough break for Northridge. Great catch made. Nice gain. It's all coming back, though.
And that's the case in point for execution.
Yeah.
Everybody on the field has to be executing the play, doing their 1/11th exactly how they're supposed to do it. But if one guy doesn't do exactly what he's supposed to do, you can nullify. That
was almost a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, you think of that as a 5-yard penalty, but that's a 45-yard penalty now.
Now you're back on your own 20, 3rd and 10. Tough spot here for the Knights. We'll see how they respond.
He rolls out.
They give him forward progress. He's got a first down. And they do. The chains move. So give it to Northridge there after a tough call. Perkins responds, steps up there, and makes a nice throw to get that first down.
Definitely a good job bouncing back.
Perkins hands the ball off. Daniels again. He's wrapped up quickly near the line of scrimmage.
It's a good play by number 21. Reading the run, stepping up, making a play.
We're now 5 minutes and counting in the second quarter. Layton leads 20-7 over their rival Northridge. I'm Jeremiah Jensen, joined by Wesley Tonga, former University of Utah tight end. Thanks for watching this game on live.ksl.com. Perkins going deep.
Oh.
And that was
just missed him.
Just a bit off. Incomplete. And now Northridge is looking at another 3rd down and long situation. 3rd and 9 for Northridge.
A lot of 3rd downs in this first half.
Yeah, there has been. Third and long situations as well, situations you want to avoid. Perkins will roll to the right.
Being pursued, throws back.
Ooh. Oh! Almost intercepted.
Hits him in the head.
Katoa, the quarterback again, making some plays there. Got a hand on the ball. And now Northridge is going to have to punt.
To 4th down. Those 3rd downs are going to be huge in this game, it looks like. Huge potential for momentum swings for either side of the ball. If you stop them or if you get it, breathe new life into your offense.
And you know, as an offensive player, mentally, it's so difficult when you're 3rd and long, you're 3rd and long, you're 3rd and long. Your playbook is a lot shorter and a lot smaller when you're facing 3rd and long all the time.
Definitely.
It's tough to win a football game when you're dealing with 3rd and long over and over again.
Solid return by number 22.
That's Jaron Clayton once again with a nice return. as you mentioned, go upfield. You got to run into the danger to get positive yards. And you did that there, and it paid off. That's how you make a play on special teams right there. Well, Clayton gets the Lancers terrific field position. They're going to start at their own 45-yard line with a 20-7 lead. 4 minutes and 24 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, I liked how he got upfield on that one. Makes it a lot easier for people to hold their blocks.
Yeah.
You know where your guy is coming from behind you. Makes it a lot easier to guess where your guy is about to go. We had a great receiver, or a great. We've had a couple great returners.
We've had quite a few at the University of Utah.
A couple record holders. Now that I think about it.
From Shaky Smithson to.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple All-Americans.
Yeah.
But all of those guys, they'll look at their special teams core, say, "Hey guys, give me 4 seconds. You hold that block for 4 seconds, and I'll make everybody else miss."
Yeah.
When you have that type of confidence in yourself, and you're allowing your team to do the same thing for you, big things will happen. And I think that's where they need to step up.
Yeah, you practice with guys like there's Kalen Clay, although he was there last year. But
Kalen Clay.
Yeah, Kalen Clay and Reggie Dunn, Shaky Smithson.
All of those guys.
Even go back to past Derek Richards. I mean, there's been a long list of guys there that have been able to get it done, returning punts or kicks. Special teams are important, and you see here the benefit of getting that extra 20 yards here to start this drive. We'll see if it pays off for Layton.
Steal a couple first downs.
Keone Larson with a nice gain. He gets 5 yards on first down. He's got a nice burst up the middle.
I like it.
He gets going fast quick.
I like the motions. I like the misdirection, bringing the receivers across the formation. Help your defense or help your offensive line see where they're shifting to, what defense they're playing. Have a little bit better idea of where the holes are going to be.
Now they're going to go to Blackman.
Every once in a while, you give it to that guy.
Every time he has the ball in his hands, he's making not just a play, a big play, big gain, big momentum shifting play, and that's certainly the case there. It's a huge game for Blackman. They're now down to the Northridge 35-yard line.
I like it. I like that he got it right upfield again. That's a fly sweep, and he got right up the middle of the field.
They're attacking the middle. And Northridge's got some beef there in the middle. I mean, doesn't look like a weakness, but they're going right at it. Katoa going deep again.
Now they send it to him. Oh.
A little too far. Northridge smartly had two guys over there on Blackman, the safety coming over to help pretty quickly. So 3:18 left here in the second quarter. It's 20-7 Layton. They are driving on the Northridge 35-yard line. Now 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. Katoa's going to give it to Larson. He only gains 2 or 3 yards on the carry. So here we go again, another 3rd and long. There's some good news. Hayden Barton is back out there on the field at fullback. So it does look like that injury he suffered to his arm is not serious.
That's good.
Katoa, a high snap, gets it to Clayton. Clayton's off and running. He breaks the tackle and he almost takes it to the house.
I like it. Looks like he's running hard out there.
He's making some plays.
And I like the play calling. They still haven't made that adjustment to bring those guys up on the ball.
They're getting the ball out quick, and they're letting those guys just go out there and make a play. And when you've got 8-10 yards of cushion and you got some speed, you can make that play.
Guarantee yourself a couple yards. If you make somebody miss like that, you can make it for a big play.
Coteau in the backfield with Larson. He's going to pass again this time. Oh, he's going to pull it back down. And he's going to settle for a short gain. It wasn't there. So that's an instance where Northridge did tighten up that coverage a little bit. The play wasn't there on the outside. That's been there the whole game.
It's a good thing they have a smart quarterback.
Yeah.
Didn't whip it out there right
that
in
could
the
have been a
coverage.
pick six. That's the thing about that play. It seems simple, but if you make a bad read and the quarterback doesn't see a guy
He's gone. There's
jumping
nobody
the route,
else.
then it's a touchdown the other way.
No one else in front of him.
It's kind of a similar play last night with Justin Thomas. He
Yep.
wasn't this close down to the goal line, but Larson gets hit hard. He's going nowhere. No gain on that play. It's 3rd and 8, 1:30 left in the second quarter. We got to stop and play. And now they wind the clock again. The clock is running. 1:30 and counting. Layton 3rd and 8 at the Northridge 15-yard line.
1:15 and counting to play.
They just converted a 3rd and 7. Can they do a 3rd and 8? Blackman is wide to the right. Keep your eye on Blackman. Coteau is going to go outside and just could not complete the pass. Coy Cannon, the intended receiver, got one hand on it but couldn't get both. And the Lancers
just about a minute to play.
They're going to attempt a field goal. Max Garrett is on the field.
He's got kind of a runner stance.
He does. It's not a normal soccer style. The 32-yard attempt. And it is good.
Works.
He got some good distance on that one.
Yeah.
So Max Garrett with a 32-yard field goal. And the Lancers extend their lead to 16. It's 23-7 Layton with a little less than 1 minute left in this second quarter. Time for a quick timeout here on Game Night Live. The action continues on live.ksl.com after this. Welcome back. 56 seconds left here in the second quarter. Layton just kicked the 32-yard field goal to take a 23-7 lead over their rival Northridge. Max Garrett with the kickoff, and it's going into the end zone for the touchback. So Northridge will have 56 seconds left in this quarter to try to make something happen and try to cut into this lead. Layton with a commanding 23-7 lead late in the second quarter. So 56 seconds left, Wesley. You watch these guys for a half now. What do they need to do right now to get this ball moving up the field and get a score?
Maybe deep balls. I mean, they haven't been able to consistently cover them. Haven't been able to consistently get to the quarterback.
That is where they made the one big play for him in this game offensively.
I mean, I'd test them out.
They need to make something happen. Perkins is going to keep it up the middle. And the clock is going to run. He does pick up about 7 or 8 yards.
Clock's still running. Down to 40.
Perkins rolling left. Got to look downfield now, but it's not there, so he's going to take off running again. This is going to cost him a lot of time. He does pick up the first down. So that'll stop the clock as they move the chains.
First and 10 on the 32. And we're down to 15 seconds.
Perkins looking deep again, and there's nothing there. Great job by the Layton defense. They got that back end covered. Just nothing there. And not enough time for this Northridge offense to make something happen.
Last play and a half coming up here. Once again, we have both drill teams from both schools. The Cardinals and the KSLs will be dancing.
So this may be the last play of this first half. Perkins takes the snap. It's a pitch.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
he's up the side.
Cyrus Daniels
No time.
with a nice play, but he's going to run out of time.
Too little.
So they finally get that big play, but not before the clock runs out here in the first half. So at the end of the first half, the Layton Lancers lead 23-7 over Northridge in this classic crosstown rivalry. Wesley, what stood out to you in that first half?
The adjustments.
Yeah.
Layton was better at adjustments in that first half, and they're up on the scoreboard because of it. I mean, you got a great receiver out there in Julian Blackman, and they're playing 12 yards off the ball. So a couple times you see them just wing it out there and get him those yards.
So Layton Lancer Stars made some plays in that first half. Julian Blackman with the big touchdown catch. Taylor Katoa did a great job at quarterback. And right now, that star power has the Lancers a 23-7 lead here in Layton. We'll take a break. We'll pick things up when the second half begins. You're watching Game Night Live on live.ksl.com. Welcome back to Layton High School, Game Night Live. Jeremiah Jensen on the call. Wesley Tonga, former University of Utah tight end, providing the analysis tonight, making his broadcasting debut, Wesley.
Hey.
It's great to have you on board.
Great to be here.
Interesting first half. Layton leads 23-7 as we start the third quarter.
Still a lot of game to be played.
Plenty. And as we saw, Northridge does have some explosiveness to their offense. They had that big 85-yard reception for a touchdown.
Definitely.
But you got to give Layton's defense some credit. They have kept them in check for most of this game. Here we go. The second half is now underway. That's going to go into the end zone. Blackman can't keep it in play as much as he'd like to. So the Lancers will start with the ball in a 23-7 lead at their own 20-yard line.
Let's see if Northridge can step up the defense in this half.
There were a couple series there, Wesley, where that defense did get some pressure on Katoa, but it looks like that Layton offense has adjusted, and that pressure wasn't an issue on those last two scoring drives.
That's right. He did a good job just trusting his athleticism, trusting his arm, trusting his legs, making something happen.
I've been really impressed with Katoa here at quarterback.
Yeah,
the
he's done a good
junior
job.
hands off to Keone Larson, the running back, who scored a touchdown in that first half to make it 20-7. This feels like a big drive for Northridge, Wesley. Like, they got to get a stop here. If Layton drives down the field here and scores, goes up 3 scores.
You have to know that you've changed something.
Yeah.
That something's different in this half, but they're still playing 10 yards off.
They are deep at those corner spots, and they make them pay right there. Blackman with the catch. Way too much cushion. They still have not adjusted to that. Or they're willing to give them that play. Perhaps that's the case. I think they're trying to keep Blackman in check somewhat.
Yeah.
We saw what he can do in the first half with that 80-yard catch and run.
It's a good thought trying to keep him in front of you at all times, but not that far in front of you.
Yeah, there's a 10-yard cushion there for Blackman to work with at the receiver position. The University of Utah commit. Katoa back to pass, and he's going deep, and he's got a man open. And it's Clayton.
Nice cut.
He is loose, and now he's taken down at the 30-yard line of Northridge. It's a 40-yard gain.
That looked like some kind of miscommunication, some breakdown in the coverage. There was nobody on him.
And we've talked about Julian Blackman and his playmaking ability. I'm impressed with Jaron Clayton. He's making some plays tonight, not only in the receiver position, but also as a punt returner.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
So this Layton offense is rolling. Katoa at quarterback. He's going to hand off to Larson.
He's wrapped up pretty much immediately.
They're not giving him anything.
Looks like no gain.
Northridge.
2nd down and 10.
Northridge is pretty solid in the middle, their defensive line. In fact, they feature a 3-star recruit on that defensive line. Noah Kramer is being recruited by several schools, including some of the in-state schools. Big number 75 for Northridge.
They bring the blitz.
Katoa steps up. Great play by Katoa to avoid the rush. And he's going to get positive yardage on that play, maybe a gain of 5.
Steps out, looks like the 21.
So even more than 5. He's got 9 yards on that play. It's a 3rd and 1 for Layton. 23-7 lead over Northridge, 9:51 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Larson at quarterback. Keone Larson. Sorry. Katoa at quarterback. Keone Larson at running back behind him. He's going to keep it. And he's going to cut it up the middle. And he's got some room.
Oh, runs over the first tackler in the second. He gets in.
And Taylor Katoa is into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's a good run.
The Layton Lancers have taken a 29-7 lead over their rival.
Looks like they're turning the corner on them a little bit. We'll see if Northridge can rebound after that. They got to have something quick if they're going to stay in this game.
Boy, if you're Layton, that's exactly what you want to open this half. You got all the momentum. You got a big lead at half over your rival, and you come out and you do that.
Good, solid drive. No penalties. Couple big plays. And capped off by an extra point.
So Max Garrett with the extra point. It's good, and the Layton Lancers 30, Northridge 7. I did not expect this. We expected a close battle tonight between two rivals.
Yeah, and you know, as much as you want to give credit to the defense or to the offense, you got to give a lot of credit to the defense coming up with those stops after that first quarter.
Yeah, let's be honest. The Lancer defense has given up one big play. The rest of the time they have been solid, and they've given up very little.
Absolutely.
To Northridge.
They've done a great job stepping up since that one play, too.
And how about Taylor Katoa at quarterback? He doesn't look like a junior in high school.
Yeah, he's doing everything for him.
That's a big, strong kid, and he's doing a terrific job at the quarterback position, and he had a sack on defense. He's doing it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
so
he's all over the place.
Outstanding effort tonight by Taylor Katoa, the quarterback and defensive end for Layton.
It was a powerful run, too.
It was.
Good decision-making skills on the keep.
He trucked a guy right at the 3-yard line.
Looked like
to get
a
into
triple
the end
option.
So the Lancers will kick off. We have not seen a kick return tonight.
This one looks like it will be.
Here we go. And we got something going here.
Oh, and he gets wrapped up.
Almost broke free. That was Cyrus Daniels for the return. Out to the 34-yard line. Nice return by Cyrus Daniels. Senior running back and cornerback, also returning kicks. He's a move-in. New here to Utah, new here to this team and this program, and he's been a difference maker from this game. Probably their best offensive player in this one. Nothing happening there. Daniels can't get the catch. Can't make the catch. And it's 2nd down and 10. 9:28 left here in the 3rd quarter. Stunning so far, 30-7 lead by Layton. Anticipated a much closer battle. They're on the verge of turning this one into a blowout.
Daniels across the formation again.
Perkins keeps. Perkins is hit, but he's got a nice gain out past the 40-yard line.
Solid run for a very manageable 3rd down.
And that's what Northridge needs right now, is something manageable.
Back on the ball. I like the change of pace.
They're moving quick, too. They know they've got to hurry.
I like it. Get back on the ball. Get set. But you got to make it a weapon if you're going to line it up in it.
Down 23 points and the clock rolling. They need some scores, and they need them quick.
Slow.
Perkins will keep again, and he's got the 1st down. So that'll move the chains. And Northridge is approaching midfield.
They got to get some other players involved if they're going to have a chance.
And we've seen Daniels make a few plays. Armandaris with that touchdown catch. But other than that, when the Lancers have kept these guys in check, I can't even think of another big play that the Northridge offense has had in this game so far. Perkins again on the keep, right up the middle, and he's got another 1st down. Maybe that's your playmaker right there.
Yep.
Let your quarterback get them back in this game.
It's working for the Lancers.
You're right, it is. This is burning clock. I imagine at this point they'll give him that. Up 23 points. Perkins back at quarterback again. The rush is coming, and he's going down.
Yep.
The whole crew of Lancers was there to make the sack. I believe number 21 is the one that took him down first.
Not a whole lot of respect for the deep ball by the Lancers.
No, not at all.
Safety's playing at about 7 yards.
That was linebacker Austin Clem, a junior, with the sack. May have been shared with some other teammates. They had 3 guys in on that time on Perkins. He had no chance. Perkins rolling to his left. That's a tough throw, and he made it. Oh, it got tipped at the last second. It was right on the money, but that was a nice play right there by number 22. We keep mentioning his number. Jaron Clayton get it done on defense now. That's a nice play to get there in time on the coverage.
And there, again, you have the upside to playing your best players on both sides of the ball.
And who's making the plays all night? It's been Clayton, it's been Julian Blackman, and it's Taylor Katoa. Guys that are playing both ways in this game. And Clayton on special teams.
Yeah.
So Northridge is facing a 4th and 11, and they're going to punt it. Or he's going to keep it. No, he's going to punt it. And Clayton's got room to run. He's got a lot of room to run. A lot of room. He's got some blockers. And finally, he's taken down out of bounds.
Oh, we got a little scuffle.
And we got a fight out there. See, here comes the rivalry and intensity out there. Cade Pohl saved the touchdown with that tackle. Just as we mentioned Clayton on defense, he comes back and big, huge punt return. And Layton once again is in Northridge territory.
I like the patience. I like the patience he showed. Let his blockers get out there, get him a few extra yards. What do you think about that punt system?
I don't know. I think
the rope-a-dope.
You you played with a rugby-style punter at Utah. I don't know. I say just go back there, line up, and kick the thing.
Yeah, I agree.
There's so many things that can happen the longer you wait.
Definitely. It's a little cutesy for me.
And we've seen some games where there's been block punts. Brighton had a block punt against Fremont last week that almost cost them a game. It was returned for a touchdown because they took too long running to the right or running to the left. Just kick the ball, get into play. Too many bad things can happen. But it does keep the defense on their toes, and sometimes it works to run that fake. Now this is going nowhere. That Northridge defense steps up big on that play. Nothing doing for the Lancer offense on that one.
Yeah, that play was kind of doomed from the start.
Yeah, the high snap, it's funny what just one little mistake like a high snap can do to the rest of the play.
Yep.
You saw that right there. So it's 2nd and 15 for Layton. 6:36 and counting here in the third quarter. The Lancers have the luxury of a 30-7 lead over Northridge. Katoa back to pass. He's got his fullback, and he's got some positive yards and a little gymnastics over there on the sideline.
I'm curious to know where the flat defender is for Northridge.
Yeah, what do you think happened there? That was the fullback out of the backfield that went out there and got the pass in the flat.
It just doesn't look like anybody's covering the flat in this on the defense.
Yeah. Hayden Barton with the catch and run to set up a 3rd and 6 for the Lancers after they were at 2nd and 15. So big play that may help them keep this drive alive. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and 6. Katoa again back to pass. He's got some time. He's got a man, but he missed him. Blackman was open in the middle, and they couldn't connect. So the Lancers will be forced to punt. So the Northridge defense finally gets a stop they desperately need.
That they do. But they got to convert.
They are running out of time.
They got to convert these stops into points and fast.
5:38 left here in this third quarter. Northridge will get the ball back. Yeah, they got to score on this drive, you think, if they want to get back in this ball game. Especially the way the Lancers are executing their offense. Ooh,
oh, it's blocked.
It is blocked.
It is blocked.
There's a big play we talk about.
Yep.
And the Northridge Knights finally have one on special teams.
Got to have a little bit more hold up by your line and your personal protectors out back there in the backfield.
Well, they didn't get it done on that play. Coach Batchelor's not going to be happy about that.
Not at all, but fortunately for them, it went out of bounds because that could have easily been 6
that could
points
have been
for the
picked
other,
up and
other
taken
teams.
the other way for sure. Jim Batchelor in his 11th year as the head coach at Layton. Eric Thompson, the head coach for Northridge, he's in his 12th season. So these coaches here in Layton, very experienced and been here for quite a long time, and they've seen a lot of these rivalry games, and so many of them have been close. Perkins hands off, and we got
the throwback.
the
Get to it. Go get it.
Go get it. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Is that live?
That's
Was it behind the line? Was it a backwards pass? Looks like they're blowing it dead. So the referees are saying that that was a forward pass, and the ball was not live. But you're right. You gotta be smarter than that. You gotta jump on that ball, even if it's not. You gotta be thinking.
Yeah, you got to be careful about that. That could have.
That's driving the coaches nuts. That's one of those things they work on in practice during the week.
Absolutely. You can't
be
let the
aware of
ref be in charge of the game.
Every time you're practicing that play in practice, your coach is reminding you, if that ball's loose, it could be live. Northridge will go keep it simple this time. Perkins up the middle, and that play's working right now for Northridge. Perkins with another nice gain on that quarterback keep up the middle.
Yep. They got 5 minutes, 12 seconds left in the third. So I'd stay with that run game right now while it's working. Can't really get anything going in the pass game.
That's surprising because Northridge has thrown the ball really well the first 2 weeks. I guess you have to give credit to the Layton defense.
Definitely.
Especially when you got a guy like Blackman back there, cornerback. They're not throwing to his side of the field. So I'm sure that is a factor in their lack of production in the pass game. And Perkins is going down again.
That's another reason that not a lot of production in the pass game. They're getting to him pretty quick, doing a really good job of swarming him.
That time, Keone Larson, the running back, was in on the sack, along with 2 other teammates. And so much for momentum. 4th and 10 now for Northridge. Obviously, they're going to go for it here. You think they got to throw in this situation?
Absolutely.
The dive up the middle is not going to get it done, and he's going to go to his left. Perkins to Daniels, but it's not going to be enough for the first down unless he keeps his legs. Looked like he was down for a moment. Give him credit on that play to keep it alive, but it's
It'll be
still
close. Oh, I don't think he got it.
It is short of the first down, and so Northridge will turn the ball over on downs. No, it's a first down.
Oh, it is a first.
From this angle, I didn't think he had it.
Yeah, that's a great fight by Cyrus.
We mentioned him earlier. He's making some plays. That's a key play right there to keep this drive alive. It looked like they were short, but he kept moving. He kept churning. And what do you coaches tell you? Keep the legs moving.
I'm going.
Paid off right there for him. And they give the ball again. They're going to reward him here, and he's got some room.
Oh, great cut.
And he almost got to the pylon, but he's out at the 2-yard line. So Cyrus Daniels is giving this offense some spark.
He's doing a good job. Yep, there you go. Get on the ball. Run
Great
something
run
else.
to get the first down to save
Keep
the drive.
that momentum going for you.
And now they're knocking on the door just 2 yards away from getting a much-needed touchdown. Receivers split both sides. And we got a timeout.
Looks like we got a flag on the play.
You're right, offsides on Layton. Half the distance to the goal, and so they've got 1 yard.
Still 30-7. See if they can chop it down on this play.
Perkins is going to keep it, and he makes it look easy. Perkins has a touchdown, and Northridge has a much-needed score.
It is not over yet.
30-13 the score now. Northridge pending the extra point with 3:59 remaining here in the third quarter.
And now that's a great drive. It's a long, sustained drive. A lot of good plays.
The key, obviously, the blocked punt attempt. But that 4th down conversion by Cyrus Daniels, not giving up, keeping the legs churning, picking up that yard that he needed, staying alive to get that first down, and now they've got a chance. Oh boy. These extra points have been an adventure tonight. That was no different.
They are not gimmies tonight.
We've had 3 extra points hit the uprights.
Is that goal regulation size or what?
I'm not sure. We had 1 go in, 2 have not. So that's that could come back to haunt Northridge later. So the lead is 17, Layton 30, Northridge 13. We're going to take a break here on Game Night Live on KSL.com. Welcome back to Layton High School, where the Lancers are hosting their crosstown rival, the Northridge Knights. Layton leads 30-13, but the Knights just cut into that lead with a touchdown. And now they need a stop. Layton's looking to put another one on the board and put this game away. Julian Blackman takes the kickoff. He's got some room. But that lane closed up pretty quickly, and he's down at the 30-yard line. Still a nice return for the future Ute, Julian Blackman.
Solid return. Steal a couple first downs. Steal 1 first down if you.
Now there's a lot of wind out there right now, Wesley. Obviously, these teams haven't relied too much on the pass, but that's obviously going to affect play calling here.
Definitely. You never know. Maybe that's what affected all the field goals.
That's a good point.
You got to hope that's not the reason that doesn't make up the game at the end of the game, because
Right.
you're kicking yourself.
Yeah.
Those should be free points.
You see it all the time, though, especially at this level. A missed extra point comes back to haunt you. Katoa. Oh, that's a
kill
forward
you.
pass. That would have been dead anyway. I think he did pitch that forward, so that would be a pass. Incomplete. Three and a half minutes remaining in the third quarter.
That's good assignment football by Northridge, though.
Nothing was there. That option, they were exactly where they needed to be to get the stop. As we talked earlier before, guys filling their assignment. Guys stayed home and they were in the right place. Toa back to pass.
Still no one in the flat.
That's Cole Green, the senior wide receiver, making the catch. Some positive yardage for Layton. Instead of third and... They were second and 14. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Still giving them a lot of room on the outside.
Katoa sees it, and he's going for Blackman. He's going for
just out of the reach of number 11.
that was Coy Cannon. And so Layton will punt. So here's 2 stops in a row for Northridge. It's taking a lot of time, but they're getting stops and they're getting some momentum back into this game.
Let's see if they can create another short field, either with a big return or another block.
And special teams have been an adventure in this game. The last punt attempt was blocked by Layton.
Gets this one off. Pretty low. Oh,
Nice
He
move
shakes
by
loose.
Daniels. Here he goes again.
Cyrus Daniels still on his feet.
Boy, he is tough to bring down.
Yep.
Low center of gravity. And he's making some plays in the second half here and
is.
keeping his team in this ball game.
Gets about 15 yards on the return.
So here comes the Northridge offense. Perkins at quarterback. Daniels in motion.
Keeper.
Perkins keeps it.
Straight up the middle again.
That has been there throughout the entire second half.
If it's working,
They keep taking advantage of it.
keeper again, up the middle. Another solid gain for the first down.
Down 135 left here in the third quarter.
This is a game of adjustments. You got to make something. You got to do something to stop that. Stop that charge up the middle. Let's see if they send Daniels in motion again. Here he comes. With the read.
Screen play. It's going nowhere. Nice play there by the Layton defense to pick up on that.
Get the ball out to Amin Wasila'a.
It's 2nd and 10 now. Actually, move it back a couple yards there. They lost yardage on that play.
Perkins keeps it again. He swallowed up in the backfield. No gain. This will be 3rd and long.
Talked about 3rd and long situations all night. They've been in it many times. They've been fortunate to convert some of them.
Yeah, that's not what you want,
But that's
though.
really been an issue for them in this game.
You just make it really hard on yourself. Rolls out left.
He's got a guy. He's open. And he's
Oh,
going for a
it's
touchdown.
touchdown.
Ethan Udy. And how about this, Wesley? Northridge is slowly climbing back into this game. If they make this extra point, we've got a 30-20 ball game with the whole quarter to go.
It's a true rivalry game.
Here we
Anything
go.
can happen.
This just got interesting. 35-yard touchdown pass. From Drew Perkins to Ethan Udy.
And here's where you have the downside.
Got an injury on the field.
You have Julian Blackman down with what looks like cramps.
He is cramping. That's the good news. Anytime you ever see a trainer touching a guy around the knee, you get worried. But
Yep.
especially a player as talented as him. But yeah, while there's windy conditions, it is hot out there.
And this is what happens. This is what happens to guys, everywhere that they play both sides of the ball. You get tired out. All the fluid gets out of you if you don't stay hydrated.
We don't have the stats on us about how many plays he's been on the field, but it's getting up there. He's been on the field pretty much the entire game.
Absolutely. We called his name on most of the plays.
Yes, it takes its toll.
I know one thing. If it is cramps, they need to be putting some fluids in him.
Yeah.
It's not just massaging his leg.
I'll tell you what, if he can't get back on the field here soon, that's a big loss for Layton. Yeah, he's having a hard time even. That's definitely cramps. We'll keep you updated on the status of Julian Blackman, whether or not he can return to this football game. I'm sure he can walk this off. Like you said, they got to get some fluids in him and see if they can get him back out there.
There's a little ginger on it. You hope it is cramps.
Yeah.
Not something more serious.
And that extra point is good. And we've got a 10-point ball game. How about that? Layton 30, Northridge 20. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. This fourth quarter is going to be a lot of fun. Two rivals playing for a lot of pride. Don't miss the rest of this one right here on live.ksl.com as Game Night Live continues. Northridge and Layton.
Back deep for the Lancers, Canada and Blackman. And 11-1.
Kick is short. We got a nice
he's got a
return coming.
chance.
He's got some momentum. Boy, look at him churn. He got hit hard, but not after he gets the ball out near the 40-yard line.
He runs hard. I like it.
That's the kind of stuff to get you a look at the next level.
Definitely.
He's had a heck of a game. Jaron Clayton. He's been a huge factor in this game and for Layton. He's getting it done on offense, defense, and special teams.
Definitely. But you got to get him a blow.
Yeah, you do. Now this is a drive that's key for Layton. They've lost the momentum. It's down to 10 points against their rival. They could really use some kind of score here.
Definitely. Two of your playmakers are not on the field. Let's see if one is enough to get it done. And it looks like that is the case.
It was at least one play there. Katoa, so big and strong, picks up the first down. Time runs out here in the third quarter, and we are going to switch sides on the field here as we get ready to play one more. It is a 10-point game. It was right on the verge of becoming a blowout.
Yep.
Layton had him right where they wanted him. Give Northridge a lot of credit for finding a way to battle back and get back into this game. And now we've got one heck of a fourth quarter on the way. And we can't wait to show it to you right here on Game Night Live. on live.ksl.com. The fourth quarter when we return. Lancer ball to start the fourth quarter. They have a 30-20 lead. Katoa's going deep, and he's got Clayton.
Oh, great ball.
Jaron Clayton has done it again. Another big play for Clayton. And the Lancers are in the red zone. Great ball, too, by Katoa.
That is.
I'm really impressed with Taylor Katoa. Just a junior. Big, strong quarterback. He can run it, and he can throw it. He's doing everything for Layton tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a key play when they needed it. They needed something to change the momentum, and he got it done. Now Keone Larson carrying the ball. He's still churning. He's still moving. Down to the 10-yard line.
There you see the importance of driving your legs, second chance attempts.
And now Clayton looks like he's cramping. So Clayton comes off the field. So you got two of your best playmakers nursing cramps for Layton. The good news is Julian Blackman is back out on the field. He's split wide right.
Very wide right.
Look for Katoa to look to him. That's exactly. He did hand off. And that's Larson. Working hard out there in the fourth quarter. Now third down for the Lancers, 3rd and 6. They're trying to add to that 30-20 lead. Now 10:32 left here in the fourth quarter. This will be a big score for Layton.
Certainly will.
Again, Blackman split wide right, single coverage. Let's see if Katoa spots it. They're going to run the option, and he pitches to the fullback.
Oh, that's a great tackle.
Talk about assignment sound. That was his guy, and he was there to make the tackle.
Definitely.
So a nice play by the Northridge defense.
Yeah, that's a great job. It's a lot of players doing their 111.
So now Layton's facing a fourth down. Let's see what they do here. Now you got Blackman split to the short side of the field. And now he's in motion. They may have been looking to hand it off to him there. They like that play a lot, but they're going to have to move back a little bit here. Looks like we had some motion.
False start on the offense.
And now they're going to bring out the field goal unit. So this is key, actually. This makes it a 2-touchdown game. So a very important field goal attempt here for Max Garrett. He's already made one earlier in this game in the second quarter from 32 yards away. This is and the kick is good. So Max Garrett gives his team a 33-20 lead with 9:05 left in the game. With that, we'll take a short break here on Game Night Live on live.ksl.com.
Layton breaks the huddle, getting ready to kick it off. Cyrus Daniels back deep to return the kick.
And this will not be returned as it goes into the end zone for the touchback. So Northridge will have to start on their 20-yard line. They need 2 touchdowns in 9 minutes.
It's hard, but it's doable.
Very doable. They just did it in the third quarter.
What they did.
But when you have a lot of guys playing both ways,
Yeah,
it's tough sledding right now.
It's tough, but fortunately for both teams that they both have that problem.
That's true.
So it'll be a race, see who runs out of gas first.
It's not just the physical fatigue, but the mental fatigue.
Absolutely.
I believe that's Daniels again on the carry. Nothing going there for the Northridge offense up the middle. So now 2nd and 8 for Perkins and company. One back in the backfield, 5 guys split wide.
Oh,
nice
that's a good catch.
And guess who?
Cyrus Daniels with
Daniels
the catch.
again. He has been their MVP in this game tonight. This time he makes a play with his hands in the pass game.
Seems to be their spark when they need it.
Yeah. He has definitely provided a spark here in the second half. This time Perkins is going to keep it. They're going to need a lot of sparks. With time running out here and a 13-point deficit, Perkins is out of bounds. Nice pickup, though, on first down. Positive yardage. Northridge now faces. See where they place the ball. Maybe about 2nd down and 7 yards. About a 3 or 4 yard gain there for Perkins. Motion in the backfield. Daniels again, but Perkins is going to keep it. And he continues to find room up the middle, but not as much as he has.
Yeah, that's a great play by Keith Larson, their middle linebacker.
Larson on the stop. 3rd and 3 for Northridge. They need to keep this drive going. And Layton knows how important a stop is right now.
2x2 receivers out wide. And they'll run it up the middle.
And he's got the first down. I think Layton knew coming into this game that they couldn't let Perkins beat them with his arm. That's what he did the first 2 games of the year. He almost leads the entire state in passing yards. Wow. So you're watching this game and you're like, really? Because the pass hasn't been there. But the great thing about Perkins is he can get it done with his legs too.
Yeah, and it also kind of shows that he's making good decisions out there because he hasn't thrown any picks. If they're keying on his arm.
That's a great point. Imagine if Northridge had turnovers in this game, where they'd be at right now.
Yeah.
They have taken care of the football.
And that'll keep you in the game, which is what they're in now.
Perkins back to pass. He's got a man, and he's overthrown it. And what a pick. If that's, are they going to give it to him? Oh, they said it hit the ground. Guess who, though? Clayton almost pulled off the play of the game right there.
22.
He says he's under it. He's pleading his case.
Seems to be in the right place at the right time.
It was close.
Yeah, they may have lucked out with that one.
It was very, very close. Unfortunately, we don't have the replay feed up here. We couldn't look at it. Hopefully you were able to look at it online. There he goes again. That kid, he can run. The guys in the truck are saying that it hit the ground first. Upon further review. Still a great effort by Clayton. So Northridge is moving the ball now. 3rd and 3. Perkins keeps it, and he's got room. He's down to the 30.
Got the first down and then some.
7:08 left as they move the chains.
Making a lot of plays with his legs. They're going to have to stop that.
That tells you a lot about Perkins. You take one thing away from him, he finds another way
The best ones always
to make
do.
plays. That's exactly what he's doing for his team tonight, trying to keep him in this ball game. Here late. Perkins with the pass, misses his guy. That does stop the clock on first down.
6:53 left to play in the fourth.
Perkins hands it off. Positive gain on second down.
An efficient run.
Good manageable third down.
That sets you up for a third down play. Very important third down as the clock continues to run.
You got to believe they're in four down territory now.
Absolutely. They are running out of time. But a touchdown here would be huge. Perkins in shotgun. Trips right. He's going to keep it again up the middle. I don't think he has the first down. But as you said, they're probably thinking 2 downs at that point.
He's got the first.
Oh, he did get it.
Oh,
But he's down on the ground.
He's still down.
So he did get enough for the first down, but he paid a price.
Yep.
And that would be a devastating blow to Northridge.
Absolutely.
He is their leader and their playmaker.
And this is one of the risks you run when you have a running quarterback, when you have a double option.
Going head first, too. Trying to get that extra yard, trying to pick up that first down. We're trying to get a closer look here, as you can see there. I'm not sure. The trainers, not sure what they're working on there. We have seen some guys cramp up tonight. So for the night's sake, you hope it's something like cramps, but he's been down for a while there. I wonder if he got the wind knocked out of him. Oh, it's not the quarterback. We thought that was Drew Perkins. Sorry about that. That's Ammon Wasila'a. Wesley getting props for his pronunciation skills here in the press box. I had to take a pass on that one. I had to think way too long. So sorry, that was not Drew Perkins. We did not see the number there while he was down. It looked like he came out of that pile, but that was Ammon instead. Hope he's okay.
He walks off assisted.
So it is 1st and 10 for the Knights, trailing 33-20 with 6:30 left in this game. Trips right. 2 more receivers to the left. Empty backfield. They're going to pass. Perkins steps up into the pocket and fires and hits.
Oh.
Touchdown, Northridge.
And the life has been sucked out of this side of the field.
Ethan Udy again, his 2nd touchdown of the game. And Wesley, we have a ball game.
Oh, great ball game. But this is what happens in rivalry games.
It looked like this was done, and Northridge has somehow fought their way back in this, and they are now down by just 1 touchdown. So this possession coming up for Layton is a huge possession with 6 minutes left. Can they kill the rest of this clock and hold on for the win? And this is key as well, this extra point. The extra point is good, and the lead is only 6.
Oof.
So not only are they within a touchdown, but they are an extra point and a touchdown away from winning this game. So what a turn of events here for Northridge. They are back in this in a big way.
Lancers are still in the driver's seat. Let's hope they remember that to come out on offense.
So if you're the coach, if you're Jim Batchelor for Layton, your guys are a little bit on their heels right now. What's the message?
You just got to keep them calm. You got to keep them in the game, keep them focused, make sure they know that we are in control still, we are in the driver's seat, and you call plays that they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
You don't call a play that you made up for this game. You call plays that they're comfortable with, that they like running, that they're not going to have to think too much about, so that they can let their athleticism take hold. But first, you got to get the ball.
That's true.
Well, the momentum is all with Northridge right now. Their fans are loud. The atmosphere in here is great. And for Northridge, you got to be very pleased with where you're at. Coming out of the first half that you did, this is exactly where you want to be by this point in the game.
So 6:04 left in regulation. The Lancers, who once led 30-7, now only lead 33-27. They attempted the onside kick.
They recovered.
And
Lancers ball.
The Lancers have recovered. Not sure that was well executed. Yeah. And it gives the Lancers excellent field position. So if you're Layton, do you continue to be aggressive here, or do you go conservative, hoping to kill that clock
I go
and take this win?
Your running game has been adequate.
They do have a
even in the
solid running
pass
back.
game, I mean, look, he's 10 yards off the ball right here.
Katoa's going to keep it, and he's got some room, and he's loose. Taylor Katoa with a big gain, and the Lancers are once again in the red zone. He's been their man all night.
Yeah.
He's been an absolute beast.
That's a great job, great call by the offensive coordinator, trusting in the person that got you to this point in the game.
We talk about momentum shifts all night, and you talked about it just now with the coach. Just keep your guys calm. Let your playmakers make a play. That's exactly what happened there.
Definitely. Let him rely on his athleticism, his playmaking ability, and good things happen.
Okay, we got a timeout. Now what's your message if you're the Northridge coach? You just gave up a big play. They're in the red zone again.
You got to get them pumped up. You got to get them fired up. You got to get them to make a big play right here. They need a momentum shift.
We'll see if they've got a guy on defense that can step up and make that play. They really need to get a stop here. For Layton, they want to continue to kill this clock, and that clock is running. 5:40 and counting here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, it's a high snap.
And is the ball been, it's called dead. The ball was whistled dead. Got guys laying down on the ground there. I don't know what happened there. There was a timeout called now by Layton. We're going to take a timeout as well. Don't go away. This is going to be a fantastic ending with 5:28 left in the fourth quarter. Layton with the lead, but only by 6 against their rival Northridge. Game Night Live continues right here on live.ksl.com. Welcome back to the action. 5:28 left in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for Layton at the Northridge 18-yard line, and Blackman's going to score. Julian Blackman has a touchdown.
That's exactly what you need if you're the Lancers.
Wesley, we talked about it, the need to change the momentum, and Layton just did it, and that might be enough to end a 6-game losing streak against their rival.
We'll see. 5:20 is still a lot of game left.
There is a lot of time left.
These rivalry games are fickle.
They are. Max Garrett on for the extra point. And this one is good. And with that, the Lancers take a 39-27 lead with 5:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Big play by Katoa sets up the touchdown run by Julian Blackman. And we talked about it before, Wesley, the need for you to give your players a chance to make a big play. The guys that you've relied on, those are the two guys they trust the most. Katoa, their quarterback, Julian Blackman, their star receiver and cornerback. You go to your guys in those big moments, and they made the big plays.
For sure. I like their play calling all night. Looks like they've played fast, they've played within themselves, and been able to use that athleticism that they had all the time.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of coaches in high school, they get caught up in being tricky and trying to dupe the other team, when in reality, if you're not doing something good yourself, it's not going to work anyway.
Yeah.
So they've done a good job of eliminating a lot of things that haven't worked and just playing at a high tempo.
Go out there and execute, and especially when you've got talent like Julian Blackman and Taylor Katoa.
Definitely.
Just execute. And that's exactly what they've done in this game. They've been steady. And they withstood this storm. They withstood a rally here from Northridge. Now, it's not over yet, but that was a huge drive for Layton to answer that drive by Northridge. When you're that 23-point lead's down to 6, mentally that can have an effect on you. To respond that way shows a lot about Layton's mental toughness.
It does. It shows a lot, and that speaks a lot to how their season will go, because winning is a skill. Knowing how to win is a skill, even bigger than football is a skill. Because there's a lot of teams out there that have a lot of talent, have a lot of players on their roster, but when it gets down to crunch time, there's a lot of people that expect for something to go wrong that they can't handle. And for them to show that they can handle this, that they can weather the storm, speaks volumes to, and I'm anxious to see the rest of their season.
If they win this, Layton will go 3-0 for the first time since 1987.
That's huge.
And that wind out there is really impacting the kick game. We have not seen a kick go that far all night.
That does not bode well for Northridge, having to pass the ball now.
That almost landed in Ogden. So Northridge has got to go 80 yards again.
Yeah, that's rough. Those wind ribbons are almost horizontal right now.
And they're going against the wind.
Yeah.
So that's going to impact what they can do offensively. You'd think with the wind as strong as it is right now, going the wrong direction.
Tough job to ask of your junior quarterback.
Perkins with the pitch, and he's met. Daniels is met right at the line of scrimmage. So Layton again, assignment sound. Not giving up anything on that play. Perkins looking to pass. There's nothing there. Now he's in trouble. Can he get out of trouble? No, he cannot.
Northridge is not weathering this storm very well.
And that was Carson Kennedy on the sack, the senior linebacker. And that is a loss of 10 yards. 3rd and 16 now for the Knights. Perkins rolls to his right. He's got a man open, but he can't get him. Ran out of room there and time.
Time is not on their side right now. 4:15 left to play in the game.
4th and 16, deep in their own territory.
But I'll tell you what, if they make this,
they're going to
looks
punt.
like they're sending out the punt team.
They're going to punt. And it's probably the right move right now. You are down 2 scores, but there's 4:15 left.
Yep.
The chances of converting a 4th and 15 deep in your own territory are pretty slim, so they really have no choice here. But here's another chance for Jaron Clayton to try to make a play. The Layton punt returner. It's had a heck of a game tonight.
Looks like the Layton crowd is back.
They are.
That's not me. Don't look at me.
Having some miscues on the field.
There we go. They reset the play clock. We'll get this started. Northridge back to punt. Gets the punt off, but look at it. Just hit that wind and go nowhere.
Just die.
There's a strong 25 to 30 mile per hour wind out there, maybe even a little bit stronger. It's pretty gusty right now, and it's starting to impact the game. So Layton will have terrific field position with 4:06 left in regulation. Toa hands the ball off. Keone Larson up the middle. Now you're in clock burning mode now.
Definitely.
Less than 4 minutes and counting. If Layton holds on to win this game, they'll end a 6-game losing streak to their rival Northridge. And they'll start 3-0 for the first time since 1987. Taking their time, Katoa with Larson in the backfield. And he's going to give to Larson again. And Larson's got a first down and more. Larson picking up yards. Larson moves the chains. .320 left now in the 4th quarter and counting as the clock starts again.
Yeah, they're doing it right.
40 to 27, Layton with a 13-point lead and now 3 minutes left. They are now in control. Northridge with a terrific rally, but that rally is running out of time. Again to Larson. He cuts outside. He's got some yards. He's turning those feet. And he's inside the 10-yard line.
Can't miss tackles in a crucial situation like this.
No. And that costs him there. Chains will move again. And now we're at 2:45 and counting. We've talked a lot about Taylor Katoa. We talked about Clayton. And obviously talked about Julian Blackman. But Keone Larson's been terrific at running back in this game and all season for Layton.
Yeah, he's a key piece in this offense and in the defense.
Yeah, he's been
made a couple
some great
crucial
stops.
a couple third down stops. Stops right up the middle when nobody else could make them.
Larson again.
Looks like they trust him.
He's got 2 arms wrapped around that football as he goes up the middle. And the clock continues to run, coming up on 2 minutes left. Katoa and Larson in the backfield again. Let me guess, it's going to Larson. And he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And that's just fine for Layton as they try to burn this clock. Now 3rd and 9. 1:30 left and counting. And Northridge has 3 timeouts left still, but they're not using any of them. Now 1:20 and counting on the clock.
Unwise, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you got 3 timeouts, you got to start using them eventually, right? They opt not to. So 3rd and 9. Katoa keeps it. Katoa to the right. Can't get the yards he needs. But they has more important than the yards. He is burning a lot of clock. And when you need 2 scores, as Northridge does, that may just about do it. 4th and 5. We now have a timeout. Northridge finally calls that timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We'll have the conclusion of this crosstown rivalry battle between Layton and Northridge when we come back. Right now, Layton leads 40-27 with 41 seconds left. You're watching Game Night Live on live.ksl.com. Welcome back to Layton. The Lancers lead Northridge 40-27. It's 4th and 5. And the Lancers are just going to run this out. Or not. Katoa's going to score. What a play by Taylor Katoa. And that will do it. Taylor Katoa, the touchdown. And we got some extracurricular activities going on. Some frustration on the side of Northridge.
Yeah, the frustration is coming out.
I believe that was Noah Kramer that ran off the field. He was involved in that.
Just about 35 seconds left. And barring a catastrophic collapse of the Lancers, they'll break their 6-win streak, or their 6-loss streak in this rivalry game. And according to Jorge, my stats man, who keeps tweeting things at me that about Northridge grad.
Thank you, Jorge.
13 out of 15
of
the last games I've gone to Northridge.
So right now, Carl the Truth Williams has a big grin on his face because his Lancers are coming away with a win.
Good for Carl.
Now 47-27 Layton.
Good for Carl.
The Lancers are going to end that 6-game losing streak to their rival. They're going to move to 3-0 for the first time since 1987. And this is a team that, while they don't have the depth of some of the big names in 5A, they certainly are going to enter region play with momentum. They got to face Davis. They got to face some really good schools.
Yep.
Syracuse is a tough team.
They got a tough road to hoe ahead of them, but they got a lot of good players out here.
I'm very impressed, though. Despite the lack of depth that they have, they've got a star quarterback. They got a playmaking wide receiver and a shutdown corner in Julian Blackman.
And starting point guard.
He does it all. They've got a running back that can make plays. They got a guy on special teams that makes plays. So they've got the playmakers that they need to win at the 5A level. They are certainly a contender in their region.
It's been very impressive to watch them weather this storm.
They've had some ups and downs in this game. There's been moments where they could have broke.
Yep.
Where Northridge was trying to get back in it. But every time, They showed some mental toughness, but they also had their playmakers step up and make big plays in big moments.
Definitely. And if I'm the coaching staff, you find things to teach.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're going to win pretty handily. They were in control basically the whole game. But there's a lot of things that they can improve on, and that can be a positive if you turn it into one.
Well, hey, this early in the season, there's 3 games in. There is a lot to learn. There's a lot more work to be done.
Definitely.
And I'm sure that's going to be the message on Monday after they celebrate this win all weekend.
Yep. The best thing about being 3-0 is a chance to go 4-0, and that's what they've got in here.
And they should definitely celebrate. This is a big win for Layton. Not only against your rival, but a confidence-building win.
And again,
as you prepare for region play.
Came down to execution and adjustments. Layton was able to make them more speedily and better. And they're going to come out with the win.
Perkins completes the pass to Udo, who's had a big game. Here we go. The coach is about to get a bath here. And there he goes.
There goes
a well-earned
water.
Gatorade bath for head coach Jim Batchelor. You can't see it on screen. There he is. There he is, soaking wet in his 11th season. And there you go. The Layton Lancers can celebrate a win over their rival. The 6-game losing streak to Northridge is over. The Layton Lancers have won this ball game 47-27. They moved to 3-0 for the first time since 1987. And the Lancer faithful can celebrate tonight. Very entertaining game, Wesley. You expected that intensity between two rivals. You expected a run by Northridge. Yeah. This game had everything you'd want in a rivalry game, and it had that intensity that you always look for as well.
For sure. True to form rivalry game. Both of them came out swinging. Both of them landed good punches right at the beginning. But, you know, the Lancers were able to sustain that a lot more than Northridge. They were able to make those adjustments that needed to be made much earlier in the game, and then continue to do those good things throughout the game, even withstanding that late charge by Northridge. Great game overall.
And the Lancer stars stepped up in this game and made those big plays. Katoa, Blackman, Clayton.
You like to know that those
Larson.
guys are able to be counted on.
They all stepped up, and they helped end this losing streak to their rival. Well, that'll wrap things up. The Layton Lancers get the win 47-27 over Northridge. For Wesley Tonga, I'm Jeremiah Jensen. Thanks for watching Game Night Live on live.ksl.com.